my name's Meg. I'm currently pregnant and I have a history of anorexia. I was diagnosed with the illness when I was about 14, so 17 years ago, and I recently had a relapse, which I've been recovering from and seeing a psychologist for the last 2.5 years. So I just wanted to make these videos to cover like some of the things about pregnancy which could be triggering if you have a history of an eating disorder, and kind of like how I've coped and how my psychologist has been helping me to like make sure that I stay well. I just got home from work. I'm gonna have a quick snack and then I've got some meetings. So I actually had my 6-month scan a couple of days ago and all's fine with the baby. It's healthy, good size, gorgeous. I also had a full blood count, which mostly is fine, but apparently my iron is quite low, which could explain why I've been getting so tired. So I'm trying to make sure I'm eating like nuts and seeds and leafy vegetables, red meat. Last night I made one of our favourite dinners, a roasted cauliflower and paneer curry with spinach in it. And tonight we're gonna have red meat, so I'm making a beef stew, like some vegetables and potatoes, and then we'll have some kale with it. And they're also gonna prescribe me an iron supplement. But it's kind of just made me think like how kind of triggering it could be with pregnancy and how easy it could be to become obsessed with like diet and nutrition, wellness, or I'm just trying to be healthy for the baby. Because a total obsession with the nutritional value of your food is not a healthy thing, like not for the baby, not for you, not for your lifestyle, not for your social life. I read something in a book that was really helpful. It was like, pregnancy isn't a project and it's not something you're going to be graded on at the end. Like, you don't need to do the perfect pregnancy. I just keep eating a balanced diet. I eat like meat, fish, fats, carbs, fruit and vegetables, dairy, every single day. Actually, probably in every single meal. I don't need to obsess over it or track it or run my life around it, because yeah, that's when it becomes not healthy. Right, gonna go and eat this. This is Bertie. He's our other little baby. The other thing about all these like scans and checkups, doctor's appointments, is they frickin' love to weigh you and then comment on your weight as well and talk about like how much weight you should be gaining month by month, which to be fair, you should. Like, you do gain weight during pregnancy and more weight than just the baby. Like, our baby weighs 640 grams or something now, and I have gained over 10 times that. So I've definitely gained more than just the baby and like the baby paraphernalia weighs. And I do get thoughts like, oh my god, that means it's then gone on my legs and my face and my arms and my bum and whatever. But to be honest, like, yes, it does. You do gain weight. You don't just get pregnant and just grow a little bump. Like, for a healthy pregnancy, you gain weight all over your body. If my body needs to gain weight, my body needs to gain weight. I want a healthy baby. Just like if I'm tired, I need to rest. If I'm hungry, I need to eat. If I want to eat crisps 30 minutes after breakfast, that's what my body wants. And that happens. Doesn't it, Bobbit? Oh, he's such a sleepy boy. Have a decaf mocha frappuccino, please. I'm just heading home from work. I think it's really good to make sure every day you still have something that like you just enjoy the taste of, or like because you're joining in, and not that every single thing you eat or drink needs to tick a pregnancy nutrition checkbox, you know? Where are you off to? Back, darling. So I've just found out that a woman in work is pregnant. Oh, she's about 6 weeks behind me, so I'm gonna have to be really careful not to like compare to her, like especially like our bumps, how big I am compared to her. In a way, I feel like there's this like weird pressure to have a like perfect bump, and people comment on it as well, like how big or small you are, or like whether you're carrying high or low, or like how big you look compared to how pregnant you are. Betty, stay. And even if it's not comments about you, it can be difficult. Like, I had a friend who was pregnant and people complimented her all the time on how small and neat her bump was. And I kind of took that on as like an expectation for me, like, oopsie. Like, oh, I need to have a small and neat bump then. No, absolutely not. Like, it's totally up to my body and the baby what frickin' shape this is all gonna end up as. And to be honest, the baby doesn't give a shit. It's not even gonna know what shape your pregnancy bump was. It's actually like nothing to do with you. Don't try and make it to do with you. Like, your pregnancy bod will be your own pregnancy bod. And it's growing a baby, like, let it be the size it wants to be. Hey, Bertie. I actually don't follow any pregnant people on Instagram either, because like I don't need to see all those perfect pictures of pregnancy, like look how glowing and amazing I look in this perfect pose with this perfect background with my perfect little bump, like ugh. Yeah, my bump's just gonna be my bump and my baby's bump. It's gonna be a Megan baby size bump, and it's not something I can decide or control or like make perfect. It's my baby's little living quarters. Oops. Got Stevie here too. Hey, darling. I'm just about to have breakfast. Going to have a bagel. So last night, Brendan and I went out for dinner. We went for Chinese. We like shared a mixed noodles dish and chicken lettuce cups and dynamite prawns, which are amazing. And then we went to the cinema and we got like frozen yogurt, and we like sneak it in my bag. For some reason last night I got so bloated after this, like it was actually painful. And this is something I found really difficult during pregnancy, and I wasn't really expecting it, is like the fact that I still actually have a human body and it's still gonna bloat even though it's pregnant. I can literally go to bed looking like I'm about to give birth. And then I wake up and it's like back to looking like 6.5 months pregnant now. I actually took some pictures and posted it on my Instagram last week. Showed like me in the morning and then me later on, and I literally look like I've gained about 3 months pregnancy during the day. And I guess like it's just important not to act on it. It passes. I don't feel like it now. I didn't need to not eat my frozen yogurt or not eat my dinner or whatever because of it. So yeah, I think it's okay to bloat. Like it's gonna happen in pregnancy. You're gonna retain water during the day. Just don't act on it. Don't restrict. Wait for it to pass. Bertie and Stevie. No, dogs can't eat peanut butter. Right, I've got to go and get ready now. We're going to a friend's birthday. Well, it's called a brunch, but really it's lunch. We're going to a brunch, which is this big thing in Dubai. It's like a all you can eat, all you can drink 4-hour session thing. Obviously I won't be doing the drinking, but it's just reminded me how difficult I find it sometimes to get dressed and like to choose what to wear. Right now I'm in this like baggy kind of nice dress. I don't know, like bumps in there but not showing it off massively. And I was really torn on what to wear between this and this, which is a maxi dress, so yeah, much tighter. And I was just worried like it's 4 hours all you can eat. I don't want a situation where I get like really bloated and uncomfortable and then I'm wearing a dead tight dress. So I've gone for a bit more kind of comfort today. I thought I'd quickly show some of like the clothes I wear regularly. So, oh, this is actually what I wore yesterday. We went to the cinema. Similar to what I'm wearing now, but more cash, with some tights, and these are maternity tights, which are epic. They have like a window built into them, like a little window for your baby. In my drawers, I have PJ shorts, some of which actually don't fit anymore. I bought some maternity ones, and then these are just some comfy shorts, which I wear all the time. So these are all from H&M. In this drawer, don't think anything in there would fit me anymore. Oh my God, right. Let's get rid of one of the stripes. So I do still wear some like t-shirts. I need them to be long these days so that they like come over the bum. I also wear gym clothes around the house a lot, exercise leggings. I'm finding the yoga bras are too tight now because my boobs have grown too much. Then back to this room. If I'm going out with my friends like for lunch or something, I wear this kind of like baggy dress t-shirt style. Bought a lot of them from ASOS, Forever 21. This is a maternity dress, I haven't actually worn it yet. And then I wear a lot of like just plain black leggings with a black vest top, a jacket over the top. So like one of these type jackets, one of these type things. So
So all of that is comfy, comfy, comfy. Oh my God, nothing's gonna fit in that drawer. Actually, these are like really elasticated work trousers. So I wear these to work a lot with baggy, kind of smart-ish shirts. I also wear dresses to work a lot. This one's a maternity dress. Again, it has nice room for your bump here. Jumper dresses. Both of these are from phase 8. Another dress for work. All of these I would wear with like my nice maternity tights. And this I would wear like out with my friends. Another maxi dress, fits my bump in. I haven't worn this one yet, dress type thing. And from then on, we're in the area of nothing fits me anymore. So just keep those away. Just taking the cats to the vet. It was actually only Beyonce who needed to go, but Stevie gets really freaked out by the smell of Beyonce after she's been to the vet. So we were like, let's take them both together so they both smell. It's nearly been a month since I started recording this video, so we have our 7-month scan tomorrow. Stevie! It's okay, Poppet. I actually just remembered something really random about the 6-month scan that might be quite a triggering thing with a history of an eating disorder. I don't know if every doctor does it, but I had a gestational diabetes test at my 6-month scan, which basically involves drinking a glucose solution and then they measure your blood sugar before and after. But it's like a drink, like, I don't know how big, but it's disgusting. It's like really, really sweet. It's basically just a sugar drink. And when I took mine, I did have a thought like, you should Google how many calories is in that. And then I was like, oh my God, Meg, no, what the fuck? This is like a routine medical test. It really should not impact my day or my decisions around food. So I was just like, oh my God, no. But yeah, if you like refuse to take the test, or like you're worried about it, you feel like you need to restrict to make up for it, noticing stuff like that is like, okay, I'm being triggered in pregnancy. And I feel like this is like a perfect example of why we can't be controlled by like food and calories and exercise, because so much of pregnancy is out of your control and like your body's out of your control. And then when you have a baby, things are going to be completely out of your control, and it's going to be a really fragile existence if, like, to be okay, you have to have eaten a certain amount of calories or stuck to a routine or done a certain amount of exercise. Because what are you going to do when you can't eat at the time you want to because your baby's crying? Or like you have to drink a sugar solution for a medical test. Or even I've had to give up yoga recently because I've been getting really bad pelvic pain. And it's annoying, but like it's out of my control. And if my core sense of being okay is tied to, but I have to have gone to yoga, or I have to eat at a certain time, or I have to eat a certain amount, like life's gonna be stressful as shit. Because like your eating disorder history was all about body control and food control and weight control, and like pregnancy is the opposite of that. It's all food and weight totally out of your control, and the baby's gonna need me, like all of me, not part of me because the other part's been spent on like, what am I eating, what am I weighing, have I lost weight, do I still have my pregnancy bod? Like baby's not going to give a fuck about that. Yeah, I think it's really important to be conscious of like, is my sense of okay in the day tied to like what I weigh, or how much I've eaten, or what time, or how much have I done, my routine, whatever. Is it tied to anything eating disorder related? This is what I'm telling myself anyway. Like, yeah, I've just got to totally let all that shit go. The baby's number one now. Bertie's having a little sleep. I'm absolutely in love with his little black paws. So cute. I'm back in the car again. I've just been to Starbucks to do some furniture shopping. Bren and I have just bought a flat in Edinburgh so that when we go home with the baby in the summer, we'll have somewhere to go back to, somewhere that's like a home for us. So nothing like a bit of last minute. So this video was meant to be about my experience in trimester 2, which is like 3 to 6 months of pregnancy. I realised I was like 6 to 7 months when I was filming it, but generally trimester 2 was so much better than trimester 1, even though my sickness did actually last till about week 20. But even though I wasn't feeling sick, the things that I found really difficult were gaining weight but not actually looking pregnant yet. So like just gaining in other areas of my body, that is a healthy pregnancy, and just trying to accept that like I'm not just going to develop a baby bump, I'm going to gain weight all over. And then as I started getting my bump, like it did start actually getting easier. Also not getting obsessed with nutrition, because that is not healthy, and lots of people were going to talk about it and it's written in all the apps, and like you might even get a deficiency like I did, but then I took iron supplements and it's fixed it and now I'm fine. even though I got a deficiency, I didn't end up obsessed with nutrition. Like, I wasn't trying to control the vitamins and minerals and micros and macros and nutritional content of my food. So like, the deficiency is now fixed and I still have a free head that isn't totally overwhelmed with what am I eating in a day. Bloating has been really hard. Sometimes it's really uncomfortable and it makes me look a lot more pregnant at the end of the day than I do at the beginning. And then growing out of clothes as well, like not being triggered by that, accepting that I'll need to wear maternity clothes, like again, that's a healthy pregnancy. I'm sure there's lots of other things that could be triggering in trimester 2, but those have been a couple for me. Pregnancy is a really triggering time when you have a history of an eating disorder, because your weight and your food and your appetite, like all these things go totally out of your control. I think it's okay to get triggered, but it's not okay to act on it. And it doesn't matter what somebody else says or what somebody else did in their pregnancy. Like, this is your own body and you're on your own path. And if you've got a history of an eating disorder, like, you need to be protecting your baby, protecting yourself, and not acting on things that might be triggering.